Oh,
I love how they kept the screen animation.
yeah, the flashing red. The first time we played it, like me and my brothers again, being like dumb kids. I was like, oh my god, the game's dying. What's happening? And then it's like, Flappy fainted from
Something's wrong.
poisoning.
Something's wrong.
And it's like, oh, okay, that's no big deal.
I played the game. I think my first one was Fire Red.
Flappy fainted. Rip to the homie.
Oh, my boy. But I found a shiny Butterfree, I think. I think that was my first shiny Pokemon, and I killed it because I didn't know what it was, and then found out afterwards. I'm like, aw, damn it.
That was like a 1 in 8,000 chance.
Yeah, I don't think in that game, I don't think I've ever encountered another like, shiny. Other than, like, in the Battle Tower, you can find the Espeon.
Yeah.
But other than that, nah.
I still remember my first 3 shinies.
Yeah?
First 5, actually, if you want to get... first 4 for sure. It was...
Which were?
In Pokemon Fire Red, Pidgey. And then a Pikachu in Fire Red as well.
Oh, wow, nice.
And then I stopped playing the games until Platinum came out. And
Fair.
just because, like, you know, everyone goes through that phase like, oh, I'm too old for Pokemon now, it's not cool.
For me, that was like Platinum.
Yeah, so I got back
And
in.
anything after Platinum. Like, I only started playing again when it came to Omega Ruby, because I remember Emerald, and I was like, oh, I love that game.
But Graveler and Platinum, and then the Gyarados from Lake of Rage in...
Oh, I didn't count that
Yeah.
one just because it's
It's
a programmed event counter.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, that's stupid.
But then after that, a Donphan.
Oh, not bad, not bad.
My brother...
Let us know your first shiny catch.
My brother, like, never played Pokemon himself until he's just, like, on a whim, like, yeah, I'll get Y. Gets Y. He's playing through the game, like, normally.
Yeah.
And then he just encounters randomly, before he even beats the game, hardly has any time in the game, he encounters a shiny Golett.
Wow.
Just, like, by chance. And he had, like... So he wasn't prepared to catch it, right? So he's like, no! But luckily he got it. And, yeah.
They just have the same catch rate, right?
Yeah, shinies, like, only look different. That's the only difference between them.
I give them like a slightly higher catch rate just to be a dick.
Slightly lower catch rate.
No, higher. Make it difficult to catch.
No, higher makes it easier.
Oh, then lower catch rate.
Because catch rate...
Yeah, I get what you're saying. Do you still play Pokemon Go?
Occasionally. With the...
I use it mainly just as a step counter.
Yeah.
But the other day I found a shiny Charmander, so I have my favorite shiny Pokemon.
Nice.
Shiny Charizard.
Yeah, I really stopped playing it when the pandemic hit.
Pandemic?
Yeah. It was like, I'm not gonna be walking much. Or I'm not gonna be, like, out and about for no reason, right?
I pretty much walk like 12 kilometers every day at work, so I actually do okay. What's going on with Mankind? How come it's all like
Hyper.
Ah, I see.
Never called it out from the last battle.
You just never called it out, like, hey, that's unacceptable, don't do that.
Chill.
You're just enabling him, Liam, don't do that.
Chill, fam.
Bruh.
I love Numel.
Yeah.
I love Numel so much. Like, top 5 favorite Pokemon.
Yeah, he's such a weird horse.
Such a weird horse. Like, what kind of... Like, look at him. It's like, sir, something is gravely wrong with your horse.
Also, I'm upset that every time you catch a Mantine, it doesn't count as catching a Rem Raid at the same time.
Yeah.
Like, come on, that should count.
He's just chilling and
Yeah,
getting
he's just hanging out.
flopped around.
Also, I hate stupid Mudbray.
Mugler?
Oh, Numel, I'm sorry.
Like, he like, it takes him a second to even reactivate and hit. He's like, huh? Oh, fuck.
Ow.
Oh, I just realized, back in Phoenix City, we didn't, I think you're supposed to go to, like, the gym and get, like, something for your PDA that's basically the Pokedex. I think we just completely skipped that.
Ah, we don't need that.
We'll get back there eventually.
Oh. Yeah, I guess we're on the whole thing of catching all of them, right?
Oh yeah, like, you gotta catch all of them. It's the point of the game.
Is it?
For this one, yeah, you gotta catch all the shadow ones.
You gotta purify the heart.
Yep.
What is the, like, in XD, like, it's the whole point is, you know, Lugia. Well, I know you can get Ho-Oh in this game.
Yeah, it's...
What's the, like, is Ho the main
No.
thing, or, like, what's the main...
Ho-Oh's just kind of like, oh yeah, by the way, if you catch all the shadow Pokemon, purify all the shadow Pokemon, and beat all 100 trainers in Mount Battle, then you can get Ho-Oh. Just given to you.
Oh, you don't even get to fight it and catch it?
No. It's just, here you go, thank
So
you.
someone caught this, you can have it.
Like, it's not even a shine or a shadow or anything.
So, does it at least know any cool moves, or is it just the standard, like, Sacred Fire
Well,
kind of
back
thing?
then, outside of events, it was like the only way to get a Ho-Oh in Generation 3.
Yeah, I knew that part. Like, that was why I loved XD. It was like, oh my god, Lugia, I've never actually seen it in the game.
Yeah.
And also, I gotta say, that introduction was freaking badass.
Where it like picks up the boat and shit.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
And then he fucks up and drops it.
But, you know, I'll give him credit.
I
He
hate
picked up a boat. I mean, yeah, okay.
I hate this.
You can drop the boat.
I hate this place because it's like, oh, like, am I going the right way or the side way with all the secret items? So it's like, I've gotta backtrack and go, make sure I get everything. Yep, see, didn't fight this guy. But then this is probably the right way. Oh, I think this is the person I was waiting for. Does he have it? Unclear.
Come on, Lotad. Come on, Lotad.
You know why everyone here has like a Lotad, right?
Well, it's because Minor B.
Mirror B.
Or Mirror B, sorry.
Yeah, I was like, I don't know if that's a spoiler for you, if you know already what his team looks like, but...
Yeah, well, from XD.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's the exact same.
It's not the exact
Like, I don't
same.
know that for sure. I only know, like, little bits and pieces of this game. But...
He has a little more diversity on his team in XD.
Okay. So is it all just, Ludicolo?
We'll cross that bridge when we get there. But it'll all
Secrets are secrets.
it'll all make sense why I picked Bailey. It was strategic.
There's all the plan. Clever crafting.
That really fucks with your mic audio when you do that.
Yeah, I always forget that whistling does not work.
Like Discord like cuts you off after like a certain frequency. So
I'm actually whistling to dogs. Frequency was just so high. It's the highest frequency.
if the walls in my apartment weren't so thin, I'd do the gag where it's like ah, and, like I scream and it cuts off the audio. But then I realized, oh, that wouldn't affect the recording because I'm recording the audio.
Yeah, that'd be pretty awkward.
Yeah.
Also, shout out to the man, the myth, the legend, Psycho.
He's
Look at that man. Look at that man.
He's a good
Just
lad.
hangs out.
He's a good lad.
Is he a mad lad though?
Nope. He's
I think
just
he might be a mad lad.
he's a
Look at that belly flop.
he's
Look
a
at that.
lad who like barely even knows he's alive.
Do you think he even knows when he faints? He's just kind of like,
Well-
oh, okay.
He knows more than Numal. Like you throw that
Yeah, Numal kind of just dies. It's
Numal
like, oh,
goes like, huh?
Okay.
Oh, I guess I'm fainting now.
I feel like that's Slowpoke too.
Yeah.
Oh, that was another really cool Pokemon. Slowking.
Go-
Slowking and Politoed. Super cool. I thought they were like the coolest things as a kid.
Personally, I like Slowbro better, but they're both good. Don't get me wrong.
Why? Why do you torment me? Like
I
this?
don't. It's okay to have.
Why?
It's okay to have different opinions. Jeez.
Yeah. Yeah, but yeah, I thought Politoed was super cool. Well, obviously we have different opinions on like favorite types. Like your favorite type isn't dragon, it's ground, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh man, another Marie.
It's the lad. It's the lad. The absolute mad lad. Like if it was just me playing and me having full say on what the team composition would be, I would
No,
definitely.
you wouldn't.
I would.
You would not.
I would definitely try to have Dunsparce through the game.
Like,
So they're
was
about.
he just like a filler Pokemon with this? Like, we need something.
No, they're like, oh yeah, let's scale the power levels. You know, like have an intermediate level Pokemon. He's
so weird.
He's based off of like a Japanese myth of like a flying, burrowing snake.
Interesting combination, but okay.
Well, it's a Japanese like cryptid.
Yeah, I know. It's just interesting combination. Like, oh yeah, I want a snake. Okay. It flies. Oh, it's a little weird. but okay. It also burrows. What? Like, why? Like, okay, maybe the burrowing thing was like, okay, but flying, that's like, come on, what?
Way back, like way back, when I was a kid, I would make like fusion sprites. So I'd like splice the pixels for like different Pokemon together, and I made my own Dunsparce evolution called Dunsphinx, like Sphinx, like the pyramids, right? So it was like a Dunsparce head with like bigger wings on like a Houndoom body. And like my brother was like, that's so stupid. Why would yeah my snake is just gonna evolve into a cat, blah blah blah. And I'm like, you have a problem with that, but you don't have a problem with a mollusk, or like a mollusk evolving into a fish, or vice versa, a fish evolving into a mollusk, being Remoraid evolving into Octillery, or Clamp.
Yeah.
Evolving.
We don't question that. That's normal. That's fine.
See if I can dig it up in my old files. If I can, boom, on the screen right there. And
I mixed Machamp with Jigglypuff.
Nope.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
That also reminds me what I was gonna say before when I was saying like I had that phase where I was like too cool for Pokemon.
Okay.
My like at my house the basement is like the hangout spot, right? And we had like one of those couches that kind of makes like an L shape. It's like the two halves.
Yeah.
And
like the reading chair or whatever.
well, it's like connected. Like I don't know what you call it, like a box sofa or something. But I would take all the pillows and kind of make like a barrier. Because I'm like, man, I never caught Mewtwo in Fire Red. I kind of want to do that. And so I went and would play my Game Boy behind this mountain of pillows so my brother couldn't see what I'm doing. And then like he'd be like, what are you doing? I'd be like, nothing, and like act all sus. It's like he thought I was looking at like porn magazines or something. I'm like in grade 8. But then
I mean, that's kind of suspicious.
But then
that's pretty sus.
So this is already at the point. So this would have been like 2008, like Diamond Pearl are already out and kind of old, and like Platinum is coming out. So like eventually I told my brother like I've been playing Pokemon. He's like, okay. I'm like, you don't think that's stupid? And he's like, no, like you're playing a game you want to play. What's wrong with that? Like
what's dumb about that?
My older brother's
like,
only a year older than me, right? So we've always
Yeah.
been like pretty close, but it was like, thank God he wasn't gonna be like a judgmental prick about it. But
It
then
actually was though.
then we were at the like toy store, like Toys R Us, and like looking at electronics, and I was like kind of looking at Platinum, but like, you know, being kind of sheepish about it, like looking at it, looking away if anyone looks at me. And my brother's like, Jesus Christ, just buy it if you want to buy it. Who cares? So
Yeah, lesson out there for everyone. Just
yeah,
do what makes you happy. The end.
honestly, that's become like my mantra. Well, I kind of
And-
still back like social standing in high school struggle with that, but then like as soon as I got to university, I was like, fuck it, this is who I am, unbridled, and then that's why you got stuck with the Liam you know today.
Fair enough. And speaking of things that make me happy, you guys should absolutely try to fuse Articuno with Moltres. That is the coolest thing I've ever seen.
Hey, are you like looking?
I'm on the Pokemon Fusion website because I was curious. Like, oh yeah, I forgot about that.
There's this one. There's like a new tier for Smogon that's like Pokemon fusions, and they have like their own specific sprite fusion thing. And instead of it being like just kind of puts this Pokemon's face on this Pokemon's body, it's like more fleshed out. Like some Pokemon have like they put like specialized detail into making it. So that's good.
Good. We're in roller skate. Sorry, I'm just checking out the roller skate.
This is
guys.
like the 8th one we fought. Their trainer class is literally Roller Boy.
I've been looking at fusions.
Articuno and Zap, or Articuno and Moltres fuse is just Articuno or Moltres.
Yeah.
Not much
No,
special.
because the color goes with the other one, so it's basically a blue Moltres, which looks really cool because I like blue flame.
Because you're an edgelord.
Yeah, shout out to Azula.
So, you know how like depending what chemicals you put in a fire, it burns a different color?
I knew where you were going with that, but for a second I thought it was funny to be like, so you don't want chemicals, right? Like you're just gonna go somewhere totally
No,
different.
but
with
so
it.
like a lot of people are like, oh, Azula's fire is blue because it's hotter. No.
Oh no, it's based off of like pureness. Like it's just pure hate.
No. Listen to this.
Yeah, it is.
So, when sodium is like put into a flame, it's like
Green.
it's blue. And so Azula is just salty. So that's why her fire is
that's
blue.
fair. That's fair.
I actually don't know what color sodium makes when it combusts.
I thought it was green.
You would know
But-
it more likely than I would, so. Even though for part of my thesis, it was literally putting. No, wait, I do know. Yeah, it's like a teal. It's like a cyan.
Oh, is it? Okay.
So it's like the same color as like Lombre's body. So like a greeny blue. I'm like, wait, no, I have seen this before. Because like for my thesis, part of it was homogenizing. No. So first
I think I was thinking copper.
I would first digest the zebrafish. Like they would be euthanized and dead, obviously, but I would have to overnight incubate them at 65 degrees Celsius while digesting them in 2 nitric acid. And then I would take that and like dilute it out, and then I would. I'll send you a picture of it, but it's called the flame spectrometer, and basically it has this little tiny hose, and it sucks it up and then like burns it and reads like the spectrum
The
from the
wavelength
flame,
emitted, yeah.
and then it like tells you the concentration of sodium, or like whatever.
That's pretty cool.
Whatever. It was fucking terrifying to use because it's like I've used acetylene for like my part-time work in construction, right? So I'm like fine with all the gas tanks and everything, and like even my undergrad thesis I had to use a lot of nitrogen tanks for the hypoxia exposures. But this thing, it's just ancient and it makes clunky noises and it has like a million fans and vents coming off of it. It's just way too intense
pretty cool.
for what it is. I'm like, wait, no, I have seen this. I have seen this before.
We used to have like things that you could throw in fire to change the color of the fire. Like we used to have things like that.
We got those like 1 year, and then my mom like saw somewhere that those were like super bad for you, so she's like, never again.
Oh, okay. You know, moms are like that.
Yeah. It wasn't like she was being like, no fun. It's just like, I don't want you guys to die.
But you can hang around fire. Oh, sturdy.
No, sturdy doesn't even work like that in this gen.
Oh.
It
just, also, that was impressive. That it survived like literally 1 health.
Yeah.
I'm really disappointed they didn't make the animation it's spinning.
I mean, people shit.
I mean, they did, but they did it wrong.
People shit on the animations for like Sword and Shield, but this is like the same level. Like, for every Pokemon, they have like an animation for when they do a physical attack, and then they have an animation when they do a special attack, and then it's just like the move effects superimposed over the top of it.
But I mean, in fairness, this game was like what, 2003?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, yeah, 17 years. I'd hope they do better.
That's true. But I mean, can you think how difficult it would be? I'm a game freak apologist. Like, there's we're too shy away from 900 Pokemon now. Like, can you imagine having to like do unique move animations for every single thing like that?
Well, I'm thinking like what they could have done was just start at some point, like the bullet, do however many there are, and then anything you add, just add on from there.
You mean Pokemon-wise?
Yeah.
That's literally what they're doing. Like, with each of the expansion packs, there's like a lot of returning Pokemon. It's like, oh.
Yeah, like, I understand that. Like, I totally get that's the reason.
Yeah.
Because you'd never be able to make enough and do all the intricate stuff for each Pokemon if you made like another 100 every time.
That being said, they also were like, oh yeah, we had to make all new models for every Pokemon, and then people debunked that pretty quick. They're just the old sprites from the 3DS games, copy and paste it over.
Wow.
So, rip.
Okay, well, yeah.
So they only probably made like 100 new ones, or however many new Pokemon there are.
Oh, Swablu!
It's a lad.
He's just like a comfy lad.
I like Swablu. I like Altaria.
I like Swablu too. I also like Altaria. I thought he was pretty cool.
Like the whole, I'm a normal type, now I'm a dragon type. Well, of course, that's why you like it, never mind.
Yeah. You kind of hit that on the head. Yeah, that's exactly why.
Oh, well, that was a wasted turn for...
That's just convenient. Oh.
That's why Flaffy...
He's paralyzed by astonishment.
That's why Flaffy is necessary for this game. He's a sheep.
Go.
He's a sheep.
Go. Greatest of all time. Go.
But he's a sheep.
Alright, we'll settle in the middle.
He's a taken.
He's a deer.
He's a taken.
What?
He's a taken.
He's taken?
No, he's a taken.
Oh, I thought you were saying like you took him. Like
No.
like you're dating it, right?
No, that's weird.
You're dating.
No. Big old
Yeah,
X
you're
on
getting
that.
into some furry stuff. I don't think you should. No.
No, do you not know what a take? Well, I guess hardly anyone knows what a taken is. You would have known what a taken is if you went to the zoo with us last year.
I'm sorry, I have a job.
Yeah. Well, it was also, that was like, I tried to organize that.
There's also you guys like pretty much died, so I mean,
yeah,
you know,
no.
maybe it was for the best.
No, I tried to have a good time, but like, the people we were with were just like miserable the whole day. So I was like, I'm sorry guys, I haven't seen you in half a year. I haven't seen them in like close to a year at that point. I'm like, I'm just trying to have a good time, and you guys are just being spoil sports.
You keep ruining my fun.
Not even that. It's like,
What time?
of course it's gonna be a bad day. You're all gonna be in a bad mood. But Dave said he had fun.
I mean, it's not hard to have fun with Dave. That's not how I want to say. It's not hard for Dave to have fun. That's what I'm trying to say.
But next summer, if things cool off a bit, COVID-wise,
We'll see. We'll see.
I'll come back and visit, and by then you'll have your car.
True.
Buy a car with air conditioning, and we'll go again. And go to the larger zoo, not like the close, smaller one, but the bigger one farther. I really want like.
Also, this guy's name is Zalo. That's pretty cool.
Remember all the names are just like mashed keyboard. Mash.
Yeah, just random. So like a monkey slapped a typewriter, and it's like, there you go, Hamlet. So Flappy might die.
We're close to a recovery thing.
You know this game didn't have a glitch where you could catch non-shadow Pokemon?
No.
No, I'm saying too bad.
Oh.
Like, that'd be kind of fun.
That kind of defeats the whole purpose.
I got a bag on.
Kind of defeats the whole purpose of the game, though.
Well, I mean, can you get a Beldum in this game? Like, can you get a bag on?
No to bag on, but a no to a Beldum.
Okay. Okay. But see, that would be fun. You see, you have a Metagross on your team, a Salamence. Actually, do you think they would have the data for, like, do you ever fight a Salamence in this game?
Oh, yeah. Like, all the Pokemon are programmed into this game. So,
Why,
like,
though?
Because you can trade from, like, Fire Red and Leaf Green, Ruby Sapphire.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that. Also, is there, like, a battle thing? Like, I think in XD you had, like, a battle thing where you could pick a team and fight.
Fight, like, your friends, or fight, like, a computer?
I think either or.
Yeah. Yes to both. Well, this one I don't think has the battle sim. I don't remember.
Oh, okay. But I always thought that was fun because like I could never use legendary, so I'd be like, "Oh my god, I'm using a legendary. This is so cool." The things as a kid that make you like super happy and impressed.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't take much.
Nope. Now I'm a sad old man whose only joy in life is playing Animal Crossing. Oh,
I have no way to console you.
At Thanksgiving. Well, one part of Thanksgiving.
You just cried?
No, we were having like pretty fun. Like we're at that age now where we can have like open conversations with our parents. You know, without them treating us like kids. You know that I'm like 25. Yeah. But
yeah,
we were like talking about people from our hometown. And Mom was like worried. She's like, "Oh, you guys didn't really get bullied." I'm like, "Jack didn't, but I got bullied a little bit." And my mom's like, "Oh, like who?" And I'm like, "Oh, well, this guy kind of picked on me a bit, but..." And my brother...
That guy works at our grocery store.
Well, my older brother just laughs and he goes, "You could fold that guy like a clothes hanger." And I'm like, "Okay. Yeah, probably could." But I told like one story of like one time I went up to him. It was like so because we're like a hockey town, we never played like normal hockey in gym class because it would just be stacked, right? It would be all hockey players versus all not hockey players. So the gym teachers would always like throw a little twist in it. And the one twist was, instead of using hockey sticks, we used these like, we called them Q-tips. They were basically like a foot-long baton with like a dodgeball-sized like thing at the end.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I know, like, you know those things where it's like you're battling someone on some sort of thing, and there's also like blades circling around, like kind of like those things.
Yeah, but much smaller.
Okay.
So these were like things you held in one hand.
Yeah.
But so like we were playing the game, and this guy was just kind of like being a pest, right? Like he was just running up behind me and like tapping my ankles with it, just to be like a prick, right? Like trying to set me off. So then, like, he runs by me, and I just, like, wind up and sweep both of his legs out from underneath him with the Q-tip. And he gets up, and he's ready to fight. He's like, yo, what the fuck? And the gym teacher goes, hey, cut it out. And the kid, like, storms off all mad. And the gym teacher looks at me and just gives me a nod. I'm like, sick.
You gotta like teachers like that. It's like, yeah.
He's like, yeah, I saw the whole
He's like,
thing.
I respect that. That was cool.
He's like, I saw the whole thing. I don't like that kid either. And then, like, another story, like, the whole grocery store thing. There was one kid who would always, like, kind of taunt me in high school, in elementary school. A couple years ago, I think it was, like, it was between my 4th year and master's.
Okay.
It was, like, I was back home before moving to the new city. And, I forgot to bring my toothbrush, so I needed to buy one. So I go to, well, yeah, this is the biggest city I've ever lived in. I'm from a small town of like 5,000 people, and then I went to a small city for university. This is a big city to me. But I had to go to the shoppers and buy a toothbrush. And I go to check out, and it's the guy. And he's like, oh, like, he's trying to mend bridges. He's like, oh, Liam, hey, how's it going? I'm like, oh, hey, man, I'm good, how are you? And he's like, oh, I'm pretty good. What are you up to these days? I'm like, and I was like, I'm playing it up. I'm like, oh, well, I've just finished my undergrad in zoology at 12. You know me, I always like animals. Yeah, that's something you teased me about. But yeah, now I got a full ride scholarship. And a prof actually, like, recruited me. She saw me at a conference and liked my work, so she recruited me. So I got a full ride scholarship. Now I'm going to do my master's. Yeah, everything's coming together. What about you, man? Did you go to, like, this school or something? He's like, no, I actually dropped out for a semester. I'm like, oh, that's too bad. So then what are you up to these days? Is this, like, your part-time job? And, like, he's like, oh, no, this is what I do full-time. Like, wow, okay. Well, good luck with that, man. And I walked out like, yeah. Fuck you, man. Just like,
I was waiting for it to be different. It's like, I have a kid and I have like this loving wife and everything, and just feel like shit. But
nope.
You got your revenge.
I got my, like, yeah, I'm better than you.
Satisfaction, not really revenge.
Well, it was revenge because he would always
You
like.
orchestrated that. You made sure he dropped out.
He didn't need my help with that. But he was like always like he was always the kid who would like kind of, he wouldn't be like physically aggressive, but he'd always just kind of like pick at you, right? So he's like, Liam, you like animals? That's stupid. Well, what's stupid now, Robert?
You should have said, I like your mom. And then he's like,
no,
oh, that's stupid. Wait.
No, his mom. Oof. No. No. I don't care. That kid's a prick.
Shout out to his mom if you're listening.
Shout out to Robert. Fuck you, you skid. You're the reason I hate my middle name.
Oh.
No, not even. Like, that's not even a joke. It's real. Remember, like, oh, surprise, reveal. That's what the R in the channel name stands for.
Rachel.
I
figured that out.
In, like, undergrad, it was like, still when everyone's getting to know each other, everyone's like, oh, that's my middle name. This is my middle name. What's your middle name? And I'm like, I don't like my middle name. I don't want to talk about it. Everyone got all sussed, like it was gonna be something like sketchy, like
Lorenzo von.
They knew my first name at that
Batterdean.
point, but it was like, what could it possibly be? And then I'm like, yeah, it's Robert. They're like, you were that pressed about it being Robert? I'm like, yeah, it's a long story. Time to give our Pokemon drugs.
I think those are more like
supplements.
Like what, micronutrients? Yeah, supplements would be what I'm thinking.
Forever, I didn't know what carbose was. It's carbohydrates. Like in this game.
I was this years old when I figured out what that meant. I never put any thought into what that was.
Like as a kid, I'm like, I know what protein is. I know what this is. I know what that is. But what's carbose? And then like I did biology class. I'm like, carbohydrates.
Yeah, I was this years old when I figured that out.
Like simply.
Did not know that was a thing. Never questioned it. I just didn't really care, to be honest.
good to ask questions.